Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you.
Now it's time for the story of two entrepreneurs, one who set out to build a business around better and healthier hamburgers and hot dogs, and the other who liked the idea so much he decided to buy a franchise and help build the company. Doug Baros is founder of Burgers and Dogs, the original restaurant in South Park, and Bob McFarland is owner of the company's newest franchise in Cranberry Township in Butler County. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so a little bit about the background on Burgers and Dogs. Company's been around, shop's been around for about 5 years now?
Correct.
Okay, so what got you into the Burgers and Dogs business and this concept in particular?
Okay, so my background's medicine. I went to school, I went to Marietta College, graduated from there in 2002. It was a sports med background. I was going to go to med school and did the business side of medicine for a little while, but always loved burgers and hot dogs and just loved the food industry in general. And
so you thought your passion was not really in the medical industry, it was going to be in the food business.
Correct. Correct. And in 2010 decided to get out of the medical industry and started going my passion towards the food industry. And in 2012, we opened up Burgers and Dogs, but I created a menu that revolved around my medical background. Okay. So we did the hormone-free, antibiotic-free, grass-fed meats, did the gluten-free options, and even when we were looking at what ingredients to use, we used healthier, better quality ingredients. But I wanted to do something that was more in the fast casual because I'm a person, I'm not patient. Okay. So I wanted something that was in that fast casual environment.
Okay, classic entrepreneur. I have needs, fast casual but healthy, so I'm going to create what's right for me and what I love, and hopefully everybody else loves it as well. You've been around for 5 years, which is a good indicator that you're sort of over that startup hurdle and you got a concept that works.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This business has been very successful. We get great feedback. Zagat named us a few years ago one of the must-try burger shops in the United States. Urban Spoon, which is now Zomato, named us one of the top 40 hot dog shops in the country. So we're very proud of that.
That is so cool. It all looks great too. I'll have to taste it one of these days. So Bob, you're in the technology sales business and decided to team up with this guy. How did that come about?
Well, I walked into the store, loved the food, and thought, wow, what a great idea. And I thought it really fit a nice niche in the marketplace that, that needed to be filled. I moved back to Pittsburgh, grew up here, moved back 12 years ago. I've been in the technology world for quite a while, kind of working for national companies, and I really wanted to do something locally and start to build businesses locally here in Pittsburgh. So after loving the food, going in, into the store, then getting to know Doug and seeing where it fit, it felt like something that we could really build and try to grow outside of Pittsburgh.
So Doug, the hope then is really to begin to build between the two of you. This is a franchise business, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That was one of my goals, is to create this and make it a very successful franchise, to grow slowly in the Pittsburgh marketplace, their roots grounded in Pittsburgh, and then slowly grow out from there.
So how far are you going? So you're up in Cranberry, that's your first shop, right?
It is.
Did you start to build this out? And
yeah.
Kind of what's next? How's this unfolding?
So we've got the store open in Cranberry. It's so far so good. People love the food. The reviews have been great.
It's been open a few months now.
Yeah, it's like 4 months now, and it's a lot of fun. It's very different from what I do day to day or have done day to day. So people love it. They come in, they're smiling, they love the food, and it's been great. So from there now we're going to start to look at how to build this model and start to replicate that in other stores. Likely we're going to bring one here into Pittsburgh, so locally in the East End.
Here, right into the city or somewhere, right?
Exactly.
You're close to all those students and all those universities and hospitals in the East End, right?
I think it's a really good fit, that market. So that's next, to see what we can get the right spot and start to go from there. Doug's got another franchisee that's opening one up in Grove City, so we're going to hit that market as well. Get the, really the story grounded and built so other, potential franchisees can look at it and go from there.
Doug, is it a challenge? I mean, you have this creation you've done in your own shop and it's all working well, to then translate that into something franchisable, is that difficult to do?
It is. It does take, it's a lot of time, a lot of work, obviously a lot of money as well. And, but it's all worth it at the end. To take somebody that always wanted to do a baby business, get at what they're doing day to day, and help them create to be their own boss, it's definitely worth it.
Well, it's kind of interesting, both of you kind of have that entrepreneurial bug. I guess to build a franchise business, you got to find lots of people who have that yearning to sort of be their own boss.
You do, and for guys like me, I don't know the restaurant business. So
well, neither of you knew the restaurant business. It makes it all the more interesting.
But he's got 5 years on me, and he's really good at it. And for me, I know sales and marketing and those kind of things. So the two of us together, I think we can do some good things. But yeah, you have to find somebody who's willing to invest and wants to be in that kind of business, but then show them the way. right? Because you have a model for a franchise, you have the plans, you have history, you have the food recipes, you have all those things that somebody it's easier to get into the business from that perspective if they don't know it.
Sure. Well, that would make sense. We only have a minute left, Doug, but I got to ask you, we've become this foodie town now. There's new restaurants. We're on Anthony Bourdain. It's just crazy. Biggest lesson you learned in trying to start your restaurant in the very beginning that every person trying to start a restaurant business needs to have in mind before they take the plunge?
The biggest thing, I've always been a big advocate of quality. You always put the quality first, because everybody can taste quality. You can tell when something's really good, and so many places have been very successful because of that reason. Is just spend a little bit extra, do a little bit extra, and give people an extra better quality product.
All right. Sounds like good advice to me. You'll learn along the way. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But it sounds like you're off to a good start. The company's called Burgerz and Dogs, right, with Z's on the end. And you got a website?
Yes. www.BnD'z Burger and A-N-D, and then D'z and Dog with a Z at the end.
All right. Doug Baros, Bob McFarland.
Great.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Continued success. Thanks.
Thanks.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.